Hey everybody, Aaron Bishop here with the Bishop's Blurb. As a Pronomian, I get a lot of really silly questions. Do you still sacrifice animals? Do you stone your children? Which laws do you think apply? Well, the answer to these questions is, of course, no, and all of them. But how can this be? How can I say that I do not sacrifice and I don't practice the stoning of children, and yet I believe all of the laws still apply? First off, we need to define the word apply. Now, in our culture, when we say apply, we tend to think of some sort of physical compliance with what is written. Because it's on the page, that's what we need to do. This is the wrong way to conceptualize this, in my opinion. You see, there are two components to the law. There is the physical expression of the law, that's doing the things that the law says we are to do. Not every law can be carried out physically, and so we just simply do our best. Then there's the much more important ideals that the law is attempting to point out. This is the spirit of the law in modern speech. It's the reasoning behind why a particular law was given. If we can conform to that underlying principle that the law is attempting to impart to us, then we're still keeping the law, even if we don't do exactly what's written. So instead of framing the question as what laws apply, we should see that all of it's applicable, all of it has meaning for modern people. That being said, it does not all have a physical counterpart or component that we can carry out today. And this is the challenge of those who are pronomian. Why don't I sacrifice? Because Deuteronomy 12 makes it very clear that sacrifices are only to occur in the temple, they're only to occur in Jerusalem, and they're only to occur for certain reasons. None of those reasons apply or exist, so I don't feel the need or the compunction to sacrifice. In fact, if I were to sacrifice in my backyard, I would be breaking the law. But I can still sacrifice. This is the spirit of the law. Hebrews 13:15 speaks of sacrifices of praise that we are able to give with our lips. It speaks of sharing what we have with others as a sacrifice that is acceptable to God. This is still practicing sacrifice. It's not what's written, but it is the spirit behind what is written. The Torah, it speaks clearly on these things in connection to sacrifice. So I can now implement the law of sacrifice in my own life by holding to the ideals that the sacrifice was meant to represent. Thus, the law still applies. All of it, every little bit of it still applies. It just doesn't all apply physically.